watching out for you. This is Storm Team 8.
And we still have dry conditions across all of southwest lower Michigan at the noon hour here, but I tell you what, the snow is not too far away. You can see it now on Storm Track Live radar, already moving through parts of central and northern Illinois. But here is the thing, as we so often see, the leading edge of this is having a hard time reaching the ground. So if we grab the portion of it that I actually have reports out of and bring that into the western Michigan area around 131 Grand Rapids, still about 6 to 7 hours away. So I think we mainly stay dry here through the daylight hours. Sunset tonight is at 11 minutes after 6. I think right about that time or points thereafter, we could see some light snow showers starting to move into West Michigan, but this is not going to be an incredibly heavy snowfall. So even when it does start to come down, it's going to take a little while before it starts to accumulate. Bottom line, you've got a few more dry hours left, but the sunshine is already fading away, especially here in Grand Rapids. I can still see it a little bit through the deck of high, thin clouds, but pretty soon those are going to thicken up and the sunshine will be a thing of the past, at least through the day tomorrow. So the snow developing this evening between about 6 and 10 p.m. could make the roadways slippery late tonight and again early tomorrow morning. In terms of snowfall accumulations, only about 1 to 2 inches through the morning hours tomorrow. Once we get to about 11 o'clock or noon, I think most of the snow will be over. However, there is a chance we could pick up some areas of freezing drizzle, which could also keep those roadways a little bit slick. And then we get a break here Wednesday, but another storm system is set to affect the area Thursday into Friday morning. So here's what we're thinking in terms of the snowfall forecast. Notice this starts at 7 o'clock tonight. Most areas have not seen much, but as it moves its way toward tomorrow morning, we're starting to get half to 1 inch, a few inch-and-a-half amounts. This is 6 a.m., so a lot of you up early, getting ready to head to work and to school. And we could tack on another half inch or so after that. Notice I ran that through 2 o'clock, but I think by 2 o'clock the snow is pretty much east of the area. That would be the point where I'm a little bit concerned about perhaps some of that freezing drizzle if our temperatures don't warm up quite fast enough. Speaking of temps, we're 34 now in Grand Rapids. Helps to have that sun. 34 in Muskegon, 33 in Fremont. Look at the temps down here to the south where they saw a little bit more in the way of cloud cover early on today. Upper 20s to right around 30 degrees. So the northern portion actually a little warmer at this noon hour. Here's the 24-hour forecast by 6 p.m. Still generally holding in the mid-30s. There's the area of snow, and look how slow it is to develop across the area. By midnight here, winds still out of the south and west at about 5 to 15 miles an hour. Temps really don't fall a lot tonight because we will have that cloud cover overhead. I think most of us bottom out in the mid to say upper 20s. 6 a.m. tomorrow, very light snowfall, but it could be falling across much of the area. And about the noon hour here, notice how we really start to lose most of the snow, perhaps a little bit of lake enhancement there with that wind off of the water, and then maybe a little freezing drizzle here tomorrow. Here's how the 8-day forecast shapes up for you, though. We have temperatures into the mid-30s not only today but tomorrow as well. Once we dry things out tomorrow night, Wednesday for the most part looks dry, but it's not impossible we could have a couple of flurries, so about a 20 or 30% chance in the forecast for that. If an area sees enough sun, I wouldn't at all be surprised to see a 40-degree reading on Wednesday. Thursday is the next system. This one's still a little tricky, and we're still about 3 to 4 days out. Looks like we start out as either some rain or a mix of rain and snow, and then as temperatures fall through the day from the 40s into the 20s, we could see that turn over to some snow, and there are some areas that could be shoveling on Friday morning. But we'll have to fine-tune the timing and track of that low over the next couple days.
We were certainly shoveling last Friday.
We certainly were, and we did have that Arctic blast, lasted a couple of days, but you see now those temps back to well above normal for most of this week.
There we go.
It's just a very, very wild